Hi everyone, I'm Lekoloka and I make research simple so that you do not lose your mind or your degree. And in today's video, I'll be talking about one of the most important parts of any other research, and that is background of the study. So before we even unpack how to write the background of a study, we need to first understand why does it matter? Why do we even have to write the background of the study to begin with? And how is the background of the study different from any other introduction that you would write in an essay? So basically, within the background of the study, you are telling us here is an issue, here's what has already been done, and here is where I come in. So as a reader, the reader should be able to get a glimpse of, oh, you know what, this research is timely and this research is of utmost importance. Now that we know why we should write a background of the study and why the background of the study is important when writing a research, it's very important that we know the how part. How do I then approach writing a background of the study? So for the purpose of this video, I will be using a 3-paragraph method to explain how to write the background of the study so that the information that I'm giving you, it's more digestible and a bit, you can grasp it a bit better. However, you need to keep in mind that if you're writing a research for a master's or a PhD, the scope expects of you to write a much lengthier paragraph or background of the study. So here is how you're going to approach writing the background of your study. Number 1, broader context. You need to first give us the broader context of your study. Number 2, narrow it down to the local context. Number 3, tell us what is missing. Say, for example, your research topic is mental health of first-year students attending South African University. Right, so what you will do first thing first is that you will introduce or you will write your first paragraph within the broader context. So you tell us broadly, globally, what is happening, what are the trends on mental health, what is the statistics on students and mental health within the global scale, what are the key development, what are the aspects, what is mental health. Right, so that is a broader context that you will introduce to us. So the first paragraph that you will write, it will tell us more about the trends that are happening within the global or broader context. And then paragraph number 2, that is where you bring things home. That is where you give us trends, development reports on what is happening, and literature on what is happening locally. Remember, we are now not dealing with just mental health of students, but we are dealing with mental health of South African students, if that is then your topic, meaning that you will then tell us what are the statistics when it comes to South African mental health, what is the statistics when it comes to South African and students and their mental health, what is happening, what is the suicide rate, what is the depression rate. That is where now you narrow it down to the local context that you are researching. Paragraph number 3, you then tell us what is missing, what is the gap. Perhaps, yes, we do have research on mental health and student mental health. However, do we have a specific research that nail it down to first-year students? That might be the gap. So that is when now you introduce to us the gaps that are missing. Yes, we do have research on mental health, we do have research on mental health and students, we do have this different literature that is out there. However, specifically for first years, we do not have that research. So that might be your gap, and you have to explain why is it then important for research to be there for first year students. It might be the fact that these students, they are transitioning from high school, so it's very important that we understand what they get to go through and have specifically tailor-made interventions for them. So that might be your research, and that might be the lens that you're coming in with. So that is how you would write your research or the background of the study in 3 paragraphs. And here is the bonus tip when writing the background of the study. Do not overwhelm the background of the study with so much literature. Don't do that. Remember, you still have a whole section that is for literature review. So in the background of the study, that is where you at least, you know, make the reader understand your research area and your topic and what you're researching. So it's more of an introduction. However, it's not just an introduction, it's an introduction that gives a background to your topic area. So do not forget, when writing the background of the study, you start broadly, you give us a broader context. Number two, you localize things, you give us a local context. Number three, you tell us what is the gap. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this video was so helpful, and I hope you find it helpful. Please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until I see you next time.